Okay guys, we're back over here at the pond site. This is Saturday, August the 4th, 2018. Today is my 50th birthday, and I am standing right in line. If you look over there, straight ahead, that is the old pond dam. And we're going to move that dam down the holler. We're shooting for about 100 yards. We might only be able to make 75. It's just going to depend on how it all pans out here. I was over here last weekend, did a little bit of videoing, get you guys started on the new construction. And the big old track hoe there was broke down last week. They got that fixed, and he said they worked over here about 2 hours Friday night. It's rained all week over here. They got 2.5 inches of rain on Monday and Tuesday, so that really slowed down what they could do this week. So they did work a couple hours Friday night, knocked down a few trees, and where you see the track hoe sitting right now, that's about where we want to put the dam in, straight across the holler from where that track hoe's at. And that's going to back water up into this holler and the original holler that the pond was in. So right now I'm down into the holler here that we want to back water up in. We want to bring water up in here. If you guys can tell that this is a low spot, I'm in the low spot, so you can look up here, that's uphill. I'm going to turn around to my left, that's uphill. And I'm going to turn all the way around behind me and go up the holler here. We're going to try to back water up to that walnut tree right there, is what our goal is. And we'll get in here with that track hoe and dig all this out, clean it up. Going to push all these trees down right here. All of them will be gone by the time we're finished here. Get rid of all those. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spin on around. I know that's hard to look at in the video camera when the guy just stands there and turns around in circles. But that's what we got to do now. So we are back turned all the way around looking at the track hoe. We're going to walk down this here little holler some. Not a whole lot of difference between now and what we had here last week, but it's just going to be a little bit of progress at a time. Do what we can do. They've been dragging some trees out and bringing them up on top of the hill there for me to cut up into firewood. So that helps. That also takes away construction time on this pond, but I'm the kind of guy that don't want to throw anything away. If I can get some use out of it, I would like to get some use out of it. And I heat my house and my gun shop with wood, so I burn a lot of wood every winter, and whatever I can get out of this pond project will be that much less I have to cut down off the hillside and cut up into firewood. So let's just keep walking around here. We're getting down in behind the old pond now. There's the dam in front of me. You can see the old pond dam right there. So we're going to take all that dirt out, move it down the holler here some, and try to make a bigger, much bigger pond. So let's move on down around and look and see what they got down below. There's that big walnut tree I want to get out of here. That's quite a bit of firewood there. That tree would last me about a week in the wintertime. So let's move on down. We're in this holler into the low spot. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to come right about here and start that dam and bring it up 25 feet high come all the way across and end it over there about where that track hose at. So that's a lot of dirt to move, but it should make a really nice lake when we get it all done. We're just walking around down here, guys. Sorry about the camera bouncing all over the place. Doing the best I can. Once we get all this trees and brush and everything pushed up into a pile and we start burning it, we get all this out of the way, I think it'll make a lot more sense to you guys. Be a lot easier to understand what we're doing. Because walking around down here, I can see it. I got a pretty good vision of what I want to have finished here when we're all done. But for you guys, I know it's a little bit hard to envision. Unless you could come down here and just walk around with me, then I could show you everything we got planned. This holler gets a lot of runoff, so it's not going to take very long to fill this lake up, and we're actually going to build some diversion ditches so that it doesn't get a whole lot of runoff. I just want to get enough water to come into it to fill it up and keep it full, and then once we get it full, we'll finish our diversion ditch and try to keep as much runoff out of it as we possibly can, just to keep it from filling up with silt. So the original pond that was here lasted 40 years or so. I would hope that this one here would last 40 years or longer, and I'll be dead and gone by then, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I grew up down here as a kid enjoying this old pond, and I hope there's a whole lot of kids that can grow up and enjoy it after I'm gone, just like I did when my uncle passed away. The pond was still here. He was dead and gone, but the pond was still here, and us kids were still able to come over here and really enjoy it. And we had a lot of fun growing up over here, or coming over here when we was growing up. So I'm going to make my way out now, walking up the hill. I get up here to the top, turn around and take a peek, see what it looks like from up here. I'm not quite up high enough yet, so when I get up a little higher, we'll turn around and look at it again. Okay guys, we're up here at the top of the hill. We can overlook what's going to be the whole pond. If you look over there to the left of your screen, you can see that walnut tree that we were just looking at. That's the old pond dam. Up in behind that, you see the real green grass. That's the grass growing in the old pond. That's growing in that old silt mud, really fertile ground that's growing that nice green grass. And then just down here on this side is the second holler that we want to back water up into, and it moves up here to your right side of the screen. And this is our goal, is to dam this up and fill it with water. Hopefully this time next year it'll be full of water. I'll have some fish in it growing, and in a couple, 2 or 3 years, it ought to be a pretty good fishing hole. So till next time guys, thumbs up on the video, subscribe, look for the new videos coming out on this pond construction. I'm going to try to come over here at least once a week and show you guys an update, whether they've got much done or not. I know there wasn't much done last week on it just because of the rain and the breakdown we had and just the weather. So maybe next week they'll be able to put a few more hours in here, and if they do 10 hours of work in here in 1 week, you'll really be able to see a big difference. So Till next time, guys, like I said, thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you got any questions, leave me a comment below, and I appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week.